Thank you for joining me. So another week is over, and it went by really, really fast. For me anyway. I'm not sure how it went for you guys, but my week was pretty busy, and it flew by, and the weekend's almost here, Christmas is almost here. Time just seems to be flying. Last week I had predicted some things surrounding education and discussed a possible teacher being in the news for getting arrested. Well, here in Florida, we actually had a female teacher that was arrested in the Haines City area for inappropriate behavior with a male student. And the topic of education was all around me this past week among several of the other predictions, so I was pretty excited about being able to experience some of that stuff myself. Anyway, I just thought I would share that with you since it popped up on my radar. Let's go ahead and get into tonight's predictions, which run through to next Thursday, December 28th. These are general predictions for everyone in areas of love, work, finances, health, and spirituality. I've got a lot here, so I'm going to try to move through it quickly so I can make sure I get to the caller. So one of the general themes that I was feeling this week coming up for everyone in some way or another is going to be a shattering. And to me, what that feels like, it could be the shattering of a belief, a job, a relationship, fear, a behavior, or literally like a glass plate, pitcher, Christmas tree ornament, or something falling to the ground and breaking. Either way, it's something in your life this week that will be breaking into pieces. And it's all for the best. I don't want you to freak out and panic. It's not anything to worry about. It doesn't feel like it's anything dramatic or earth-shattering, even though we're talking about shattering and breaking something out of our, something in our life is breaking into pieces. It feels a little more subtle to me. It actually reminds me of an episode of How I Met Your Mother. I don't know if there's any fans of that show out there, but they did an episode where they all kind of point out each other's flaws that the other person hadn't noticed. So, for you, it may all of a sudden you'll notice how loud your mom chews at Christmas dinner, or how your sister corrects everyone when they're speaking, or maybe how she interrupts everyone when they're speaking, or you might realize your best friend sings whatever she's doing in the moment. Some could be more annoying things, but it just feels like these things are breaking into like small fragments that you won't be able to put back together again. And it's serving a higher purpose. So it's just, another layer of awareness, another layer of letting go, another layer of things breaking out of our life, all for the highest good, even if in that moment it may not quite feel like that. Sometimes challenges don't feel so good in the moment, but after the fact, we're glad we went through them, and this feels like a similar thing. This week will also be about nourishment. You'll want to feed your soul by nurturing yourself and others. And of course, there's going to be Christmas, so you're literally going to be nourishing yourself with food, not to mention you're going to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner, or whatever you're putting in your body. So it's that sort of nourishment. But it's also, soul nourishment of spending quality time with family, spending quality time with friends. But it even feels a little deeper than that. It just feels like it's a deeper growth of vitality and health and just you spiritually and internally. So I do feel like a few of you will struggle with this because you're so used to self-neglect and not nourishing yourself. You're too busy nourishing others and doing everything for others. So I feel like this week you're going to kind of realize that, and you'll take a step back and you'll nourish yourself and you'll love yourself. And I feel like you're going to get a good taste of it and what that feels like and how healing and powerful that is when you focus on yourself. I just feel like you'll truly realize the importance of it and how it affects your overall well-being. And so now I feel like that's going to be one step closer to you doing this on a more consistent basis where you're loving yourself more, you're nurturing yourself more, you're nourishing yourself more. So I think it's kind of like that's being cracked open this week for you. 1111, I feel like there's going to be lots of number sequences of 1111 being noticed this week. Matter of fact, I feel like some of you will actually experience it kind of as a major trigger point for an accelerated growth. So you may not know it. You may not feel like this acceleration in the moment that you notice the 1111, like maybe you look at the clock and it's 1111, or you're, out on the street and you see a sign 1111, or somebody's talking about it. And maybe, again, like you're not going to be triggered in that exact moment and all of a sudden you're like, woo, acceleration. It'll be a gradual thing. But I do feel like it's going to be a major trigger point in some way that's going to help you going forward. Now, I do feel like it's also going to be a huge wake-up call in some way. I wasn't really getting in what way, but you'll know it when you experience it. You'll just realize it's bigger than just, oh, 1111, what a coincidence. For some of you, when you notice it, it's just a validation of you being on the right track. So if you see it and then you're not having this aha and intense, accelerated, it's because you're already in the accelerated growth spurt, and it's just a validation that you're on track and you're heading down the right path for your life purpose. There's also a sense of wholeness this week and a feeling of oneness. I feel like everyone is going to be feeling more connected and maybe grasp a deeper understanding of oneness. The way that I could maybe kind of explain it is, all your individual body parts work together as one. So it's, your nose, your ears, your eyes, your muscles, your bones, all of those things are individual parts of the body, but together they function as one. So, we all are a body part or personality, so to speak, of the one creator. And if we could just all learn to work together like our bodies, we could achieve some miracles. So I really feel like this week for a lot of you, it's going to be a deeper understanding of this. For some of you, it's going to be your first real noticing of it even, and maybe you'll start pursuing more information about this whole thing. This week I feel there could be some intense energy coming through. I call them a download when they're intense like this, because it feels like you're literally being downloaded. And this particular download kind of feels to me you're going to experience the color magenta. And magenta is basically like a light purplish red. So it could show up in your life, in your dreams, in your meditations, in clothes that people are wearing. I mean, pretty much everywhere and anywhere this color could pop up. So if you see this color during the week, know that you're being magnetized to love and be loved like never before. So again, it's an intensity of this. And you'll feel a strengthening in your ability to love and to receive love, but there also will be a noticeable deepening of your feelings. And again, this is something that may not happen instantaneously when you see the color. For some it may, it just all depends, but you'll gradually begin to notice the changes over the coming days and weeks. Now this week it will be important to be aware of your actions and reactions. If you're not, expect some drama. So be aware of yourself, especially, it's the holiday time, you're hanging out with your family, there's always going to be somebody that annoys you or gets under your skin. If you're having some drinks, it could get a little ugly. So, make sure you're aware of your actions. Try not to make any personal digs. We know how to trigger people, so just pay attention. And then same goes for the reactions. People know how to get under your skin. Just be aware, and it'll make things a little less stressful. It's also important to be open to new experiences this week and new opportunities for growth and expansion. Look, you've been wanting to change for the better all year long, so seize anything new that comes up. You never know where it's going to lead you into the new year. You have nothing to lose by taking a chance. You're not going to be worse off than your situation right now. So just take a chance and seize the opportunity. And deep down, that's what you want anyway. You're just a little afraid, but just make the leap of faith, okay? Some of you, I feel like, have been dormant or hermits all year long, like too afraid to get out and try new things, finding excuses as to why you can't participate actively in life in some way besides doing the normal, like, go to work, come home, go to work, come home. I feel like some of you have been doing it even longer than a year. This week, I do feel like you'll feel like this quiet stirring inside of you that is gradually going to build up to the point where you finally make a move forward. So I'm super excited for all of you. Patience will be needed this week as well. Typically, this will manifest with people, places, and situations testing your patience. It's your opportunity to practice being patient. So slow down. Some things in life can't be forced or rushed. So instead, take a look at how you're using your precious energy. Are you waiting around or are you moving forward? Just redirect any impatience towards something more productive in your life. Some of you, I feel like you'll be dealing with guilt. It's just some of you will be feeling guilty about something this week. Some of you, I feel like you're going to feel guilty because you feel like you didn't spend enough money on gifts, or you're going to be feeling guilty because maybe you said something mean, or I don't know. There's just a feeling of guilt. For some of you, it's really going to be connected to the past, like far, far back from the past, something that you're feeling guilty about that comes up. For some of you, it's going to actually just happen in the moment. It's something that happens that same day that all of a sudden you're feeling guilty about something. Forgive yourself and choose to behave differently in the future. Use it as a tool to learn, okay, I did not like the way this made me feel. I felt guilty. I don't ever plan on doing that again. Boom, done, move on. Geminis, twins, and twin flame stuff will be happening too. You may find out all your friends are Geminis, or some of you will find out you or someone you know is pregnant with twins, or maybe you meet some twins, or twins of some sort, whether it's human or not. Like it could be a twin deck of cards, or a twin deck of twin chairs or something. Like either way, it just feels like twos. And some of you could be meeting your twin flames or preparing to meet them. Some of you are in your relationship with your twin flame and it's probably uncomfortable. So these are all things that might come to the forefront. Some of you, I feel like, will be having mixed feelings about a relationship or something in your life. Pay attention to your intuition and your gut. It's trying to tell you something. Analyze and get clear on what it is and why. You're having these feelings and emotions for a reason. Don't ignore them. All right, those of you that have jobs, those of you employed, there may be a disagreement or argument over petty stuff. For some of you, it could be major stuff. If it happens, I feel like you need to remove yourself from the situation, gather your thoughts, and cool down. This week, a few of you could find yourselves having a powerful attraction to a coworker as well. It's not a bad thing if you're both single, but definitely, even if you are, I feel like it's worth deciding if it's a good idea to mix business with pleasure, because if things go right, wonderful, but if they don't, could you lose your job over this relationship, or can you deal with working with an ex all the time? So don't be overconfident. Think through worst case scenarios before you take the leap. Those of you looking for a job, this week I feel like you'll need to practice patience with this. I feel like there won't be much happening on the new employment front. Just stay calm. I feel like some of you are going to be feeling triggered anyway because you're not working and the holidays are here, so you might be beating yourself up or stressing out more than usual because you don't have the money and, all of these things. Just try to, again, practice patience, stay calm, trust that things will line up. You'll be working before you know it. There's lots of changes happening here. Love, committed relationships. I feel like there's some jealousy feelings that could be triggered this week in relationships. And for everybody, it'll geez, I cannot speak today. For everyone, it'll look a little bit different. So for some of you, I feel like there'll be some jealous over careers. There'll be some jealousy over other people that have relationships with your significant other, maybe even over family members. And some of you, it will be over materialistic items. And the list can go on and on. Just be careful. Jealousy is toxic and it gets you nowhere. So be self-sufficient and try not to get too carried away in those emotions. Those of you that are looking for love, it's a great time to go out and meet people. Be open. There's love energy all around, and I feel like several of you are getting very close to meeting that special someone. So make sure you're open to receive that, and make sure your list of, you know, who you feel like you want to be in a relationship isn't too finite. Like, you want to make sure that you're not limiting yourself. I just feel like there's a lot of soul connections that are coming in. I mean, there's relationships, again, like karmic relationships that have been ending this year, and some new ones have started. But really, this time frame is all about that love and soul connection in relationships. And so if you're going through the thick of it with a significant other and you're on the midst of breaking up, you know, just try to handle it the best that you can, and know that things are going to brighten up in the future. Those of you that have been single, it's coming, it's happening. Just stay positive, keep loving yourself, and you're bound to attract someone that's going to love you too. Finances, I feel like some will be feeling stressed around money, especially if you overspent at for Christmas and for the holidays. Just take a deep breath and let it go. Focus on the long-term goal of your finances and be patient while you replenish your supply. A few of you, I do feel like you need to redirect your attention from your love life to your finances, and even to other, to friendships and the rest of your personal life. I kind of feel like a few of you have just been like, ooh, love, 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 I'm all in love, and you're focused on the relationship, and you're eating, sleep, breathing this other person, which is fantastic, but you can't lose yourself to it. You have got to find the balance. So if that's been you, take a good hard look this week and make a little bit of a shift in the balance, and you'll be better off for it. If you don't, expect to feel the stress, okay? Health, I feel like some of you may end up feeling anxious, worrisome, and fearing the worst this week. Again, patience and calmness will be important. It will help make things easier. If you don't practice these, you'll feel the stress in your body in the form of aches and pains, and some of you, I feel like, will be susceptible to colds, and will be dealing with that. So just really try to work on getting out of your head, because that's the main culprit right there. Those of you who don't love yourselves, and those of you that don't love yourselves inevitably won't love your bodies either. So this week you'll notice you haven't loved yourself in a really long time, and others will realize you've just started falling in love with yourself and you're good with your body and just the way it is. Spirituality, you can't do all things at once or be all things to all people. No one can. It will be really easy to run out of energy this week if you're overextending yourself. So be mindful of yourself. Rest when needed, focus when needed, determination when needed, cooperation when needed. And some of you, I feel like you could fall in love or are falling in love or will be falling in love with a person who's really meant to be your friend or teacher or mentor. Don't mistake it for romantic love. If you do, obviously it was meant to happen that way, and you'll learn whatever is necessary. But why learn the hard way if you get a little forewarning to be mindful and be a little more cautious? Don't be so desperate to, fall in love. Some people are just meant to be your friends. I only have 8 minutes left, so I will skip the moment of Zen and get to the caller, the live caller. Let me see who I have. I have Victoria in Los Angeles, California. Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you? Good, and yourself?
I'm doing pretty good. How can I help you this evening?
Well, I wanted to any kind.
I'm sorry, you wanted a what?
A reading?
Oh, sure. Do you have any specific questions for me? I mean, I have a couple of little things. Maybe that'll get the energy going, and then you'll have some questions for me.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. So I kind of feel like you might be enjoying new beginnings on several levels. It kind of feels like a positive new beginning, or there's a turn for the better in like your finances and even the way that you're feeling, like health and vitality. I kind of feel like maybe you're more optimistic. I also felt like there was a possibility of gifts of money coming your way, and that you were going to be starting something new. So to me, the starting something new or that connection, it kind of felt surrounding like work or something that you're passionate about or a career type area. Have you had any changes in your working life right now?
No, but right now I haven't been working, and I've been like in a tight budget.
Okay.
I haven't been looking, but like I've just been so stressed out because at the moment I'm pregnant. And
oh goodness. Yeah, so you are stressed. Okay. Well, I do feel like you're going to be receiving gifts of money, and I do feel like I feel like you're going to be paying off debts, and I feel like some of the money could be a possible inheritance, and that doesn't necessarily mean somebody's going to pass away. It just kind of means like maybe the money's going to come from family. But I do feel like that's coming to you, and I feel like it's going to be this month. Are you waiting to have the baby before you go looking for a job?
yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Let me see. Is your due date like around March?
It's on May.
May. March, May. Okay, yeah. So I kind of feel like you probably are not going to be working until after summer. I have a feeling you're going to actually stay home with the baby a little bit longer. Is this I don't feel like this is your first baby.
No, I have 3 other ones.
Yeah, okay. I don't know what it is, because I feel like you probably went to work quicker with the other ones, but for some reason I feel like you're going to enjoy this a little bit more, and you're not going to be feeling quite as stressed financially. I feel like your relationship is also strengthening with your partner, and I feel like that's where something's going to shift there, where you're just going to be more abundant, and I don't know that you're going to have to really stress about working right away. It just feels like more towards the end of the year.
Yeah. Yeah, because right now, well, I have been stressed with my partner, because at the moment he's incarcerated. He's fighting like 19 to life, so.
Okay. Then that's not who I'm feeling. I feel like there's somebody else that is more connected to you that's going to help support you financially. Or maybe it's his family that's coming in that's going to help you financially.
Probably.
Yeah, because
I know.
If he's incarcerated and not getting out till July, I don't feel like the financial backing is coming from him directly, but there's money coming in from family, and it may be his family versus your family, or a combination of the two. I kind of feel like you're going to be all right. Is there something that you do? Is there a hobby that you have, or is there something that you do that you could make money on the side?
Well, at the moment I'm not, so. I mean, no, nothing.
Well,
but
don't
I
you have
a question. I was wondering, I don't know if you can answer this, if you can tell me like how long my partner is going to be doing, or approximately.
How long he's going to be what?
How long he's going to be doing?
How long he's going to be doing time?
Yes.
Oh, I thought you said he was getting out in July.
Oh, no.
Oh,
He's
no.
fighting his case.
Ah, gotcha. Okay, hold on, let me see. I feel like he's gonna get a couple of years. I feel like the possibility of him getting like, the low end feels like 2 years. I feel like he could get a possibility of 2 years, but if he's already in jail, there could be a little bit where he gets time served. But I feel like, again, you're going to get, I don't know, somehow you're getting money from him, but not directly from him working. So it's somehow connected to his family or the state or some kind of something where you're getting money and you're going to be financially okay. But I also feel like you have some sort of skill. I don't know if you like sew or do something with your hands where you could make money on the side where you wouldn't have to physically go to work.
Oh, okay. Now I know what you're talking about.
Okay, now you know what I'm talking about? I feel like
yes.
Yeah, I feel like you could make money off of that. I really think you should look into doing that. That's something you could do just to get you by. And like I said, I do feel like there's going to be some money coming in, and I think you're going to be okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I have to go. I only have 30 seconds. I wish you the best of luck, and just focus on you and the kids, and whatever happens with your spouse, your guy you're just gonna have to deal with it. Thank you everybody for tuning in. I hope you have a wonderful Merry Christmas, and I look forward to connecting with you all next week. Thanks.